dear viewers, welcome to our special coverage for the visit by the head of the Sudanese Sovereign Council, Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, to Egypt, and he was received earlier by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. To shed more light on the visit, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Ambassador Hussein Haridy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Ambassador Haridy, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Sir, a very important visit took place earlier today by President of the Sudanese Sovereign Council, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. How do you see the most important points that were tackled today between President Sisi and the visiting Sudanese leader?
Well, I guess the meeting touched on the upcoming get-together of the four-party commission in Washington that would discuss how to move the what we could call the conciliation process in Sudan forward. On the other hand, the two presidents discussed how Egypt and Sudan could cooperate further in dealing with the Renaissance Dam. This meeting comes after the inundations that happened in Sudan and in some part of Egypt because, of course, the Ethiopian government did not forewarn the Sudanese and the Egyptian government that it's going to release a great amount of the water behind the dam. Thirdly, the meeting was, of course, the opportunity for President Sisi to reaffirm the opposition of Egypt to any parallel government in Sudan. You may recall, madam, that the rapid force decided to form a parallel government in Sudan. So President Sisi stressed in his meeting today with General Burhan that Egypt stands by the legitimate government of Sudan. So I guess these are the main topics that were discussed in the Egyptian-Sudanese summit that took place in Cairo today.
Yes, indeed. Ambassador Hussein Haridy, former Assistant Foreign Minister, always a pleasure to listen to your precious input, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Our dear viewers, that was our coverage for the visit by the head of the sovereign government of Sudan, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, to Egypt, and his meeting earlier today with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The two leaders discussed the position of Egypt and Sudan regarding the developments taking place and the importance that Egypt is giving to the Sudanese stability and security, asserting its full support to the neighboring country's unity, sovereignty and territorial integrity, and its rejection of all attempts to threaten its security, national coherence, or to form a parallel entities to the legitimate Sudanese government. The remarks were made as the President held a meeting with visiting Sudan Sovereignty Council Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan that was attended by Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati and General Intelligence Chief Hassan Rashad. The meeting discussed field situation in Sudan as well as the international and regional efforts to put an end to the war in Sudan and to ensure its stability. For his part, General al-Burhan voiced appreciation for Egypt's stances in support of Sudan and President Sisi's efforts in particular. The meeting hailed the four-way mechanism as an umbrella for seeking a settlement to the Sudanese crisis, ending the war and achieving the stability. The two leaders looked forward to the mechanism upcoming meeting in Washington this month. The meeting also tackled the updates in the Nile water file, and both sides reiterated rejection of any unilateral moves affecting the Blue Nile in contradiction with the international law. And earlier today, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli held a press conference following the weekly cabinet meeting on latest files on Wednesday. Madbouli praised the landmark